Hello, everybody. I want to talk about why it is so important for women to remove themselves from the societal standard, which has been happening for centuries. Here in the US and abroad, you may be familiar with the term Virgin Mary, the Mother of Jesus Christ. And so, if you were raised Catholic like me, you were to remain pure and chaste throughout your life. In some cases, in some societies or religions, they have purity balls where the girl, I don't know if it's the father or the daughter, wears the ring where she promises to be pure until she gets married. I mean, you see this in a lot of cults too. So we have been living amongst these standards and societal norms since the beginning of time, and it only had to do with individuals who wanted to control women and keep them under a thumb. So anyways, what happened is, along the years, any woman who stepped outside or colored outside of that Virgin Mary line, she was deemed a witch, a prostitute, a whore, unworthy, you're a slut, how dare you, so on and so forth. Women have been controlled and manipulated their entire lives. This falls into not only society, but marriage and parenthood as well. According to a majority, a woman is supposed to save herself for her husband and also subsequent her children as well. Mom is supposed to take care of the household. Mom is not to have a life outside of her children. Because the minute mom steps out of the relationship, she is basically put in the square. It's the woman at the well, or it's a Bible story where a woman who was deemed a prostitute was going to be stoned, and Jesus said, "He who was without sin cast the first stone," and one by one those men dropped their stones. So even though it's in the Bible, women are still physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually stoned if they don't fall within a certain guideline or rule. Now, I don't know about you, but even when I was in high school, I dated. I dated when I joined the military. Although I got married young, when I got divorced, I dated. And so I realized I had needs outside of just being a wife or just being a mom. I never straightened my marriages. I waited until I was single, and then I dove back into the dating scene. But you'll see the first thing people want to do when a mom steps out as a single mom, people chastise her. They look down on her. How dare she? You're not supposed to have a life outside of your children. How you're abusing and neglecting your children. And it is so hard to break free from that. It's almost as if a woman has to keep her wants and needs a secret just to protect herself from being a target of her ex, her children, her family, her siblings, etc. So I think it's very important for a woman who's single, who wants to date, who doesn't fall within normal guidelines according to what is written. You have to simply do what you want to do. If you're a single mom, as long as your children aren't being neglected and abused and you are not subjecting them to strangers, I think that's imperative. Once you date someone for a while, you get to know them, you're around them, you're in their house, you may have met their children, because dads have different rules regarding their kids meeting women. Sometimes it's sooner than later. I think that at that point, when you know the person you're with is on the up and up, I think then it's okay. If you want to date someone and you're with your kids and they haven't met yet, you can go out somewhere. He can be out somewhere and you guys can cross paths and kind of interact and see how your children react There's ways to do it. But anyways, I'm not saying to keep your private life private, but if you're a woman, it's more important that you do than not. So anyways, that's all I've got. I hope this helps, and I will be back.